right, so we got Elijah Huzzie, 5'10", 193, 4.55 40, ranked 32nd amongst DBs. 1 pick on the season, 8 passes defended, 40 tackles, 26 solos. He was not ranked on Walter and NFL's website. They got didn't participate in the combine, I guess. 5'10", 193, average backup or special teamer. Let's see what he brings to the table. Let's check out ACC. Let's check out ACC highlights.
Rutledge splits out wide.
Okay, cool.
Brown, pressure coming again. Sidearms one, complete, but short of the first down. Completion to Sean Brown. Well, their philosophy on offense is attack, be aggressive, but not be careless. Pressure coming, they dump it off to Weber, and Weber stopped behind the line of scrimmage, a 2-yard loss. Elijah Huzzie like a heat.
It was good patience.
And so a rather
return man
eventful third quarter.
Okay.
Inside of a minute now, what does Huzzie have? Hits a defensive.
It don't look super fast, but it's interesting.
Hesitation. This will be the 6th. Duke punts.
Okay.
Sends a high kick. Right at the goal line, but it pops in to the end zone.
I'm not mad at that.
North Carolina picks it up, and Elijah Huzzie.
I think return. That's a high IQ play, bro.
A marker comes in.
Why is be at the 1 when I could just pick it up? Even if he gained 2 yards, it's better than being at the 1.
Man, just unfortunate. They called 40. It was 14 on that face mask. Here comes North Carolina with the ball again.
Murphy pulls it. Slant for more.
That was a pretty good rep. That's pretty good.
That time he put a little too much air on that one. But I like the idea. You got the one-on-one with your best wide receiver. And just be quick when you got to get points. This ball was thrown on a rope, and you got to help out your
good
quarterback.
breakup.
This is their best wide receiver.
Now another receiver who had better hands would have caught that, but for the most part, he played pretty solid on that. He not biting too hard off of the releases, which is good.
Huzzie is putting up an
doing a good job.
game. Tremendous coverage, patience.
He's not super agile. I think that's something he could work on. But he looks pretty disciplined. I like that aspect.
That's an NFL type corner play. He's right there and does a tremendous job.
He has completed 8 passes in a row as well. Until that attempt.
No pass.
The pass incomplete, looking for Poppy Williams. Huzzie in coverage.
Hasn't really had a completion since. They're down in 10, 4-man rush. King looking around, still looking. He throws across his body, and that one nearly picked off. Totally. Mobility-wise, looks fine there, escapes the pocket, and then credit Bo Atkinson, the linebacker for North Carolina right there. I guess really a defensive end. He's
that decision was wild.
So Carolina, nearly blocked it. Low line drive punt.
Good catch.
And Huzzie a big return.
Okay.
Across the 40.
Okay.
The 35, the 30,
I'm gonna give it to him. His instincts as a returner are pretty good. He don't have elite speed, but he got pretty good instincts.
North Carolina was able to get pressure on this punter.
It was a good job. Good vision, good decision making. Because he has patience.
Like the Georgia Tech
defense with the Niners.
Punt team thought he was going to work.
That'd be interesting.
He cuts back to his right, finds that vacated zone, and we were critical of him a couple times early on in the game for not catching punts. But you also can't leave gaps like we saw right there.
Good tackle.
Beautifully played defensively that time by Elijah Huzzie. Red zone a moment ago, but
his style is not, again, it's not predicated off athleticism. He seems like he tries to be technical. He tries to be disciplined, which is a good thing.
In the FBS.
Definitely, I feel like he definitely has a spot in the NFL. Like compared to some of his peers in his draft class.
Huzzie back to his 28 on the run. Finally goes out of bounds at the 41. He's 6'4", 215, 220. Force on the outside. Croman Hawk to throw again. Got a nice pocket.
Good pick.
Alijah Huzzie.
Unbelievable job by number 31, Will Hardy. He picked up the crosser and allowed.
First of the night on the Deacons. First and 15, Bachmeyer on the perimeter.
That's a good hit.
Tried to get it to Cam Height, the tight end.
Okay, I've seen enough. He's pretty solid. I like him. I don't know where I put him as far as like maybe my top 5 so far of the cornerbacks that I watch. I might put him in top 5. There are some guys who I feel like aren't as disciplined as him, but I like their athleticism a little better. I think they got a little bit more upside, but again, like I said, as far as being technical and disciplined, I think he has that arguably the most out of some majority of the corners that I've watched so far. So he got some good traits. But I haven't watched a lot of young Honey Badger. Only thing is he's not as quick, but that's not a bad comparison. How much does he weigh? He's 193. That's not bad though. I can't really say nothing about that. I think he could work on like his agility and speed, but I think that would help him. But so he does look pretty solid.